Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith Village arc is now out, and episode 2 is available. You guys should go and check it out. I've just watched it, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. Comment in section below, smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about episode 2 of the new Demon Slayer. Okay, Demon Slayer episode 2 of season 3, or the Swordsmith Village arc, as it's known, is now out. Last week's episode, which I was fortunate enough to see on the big screen a month ago, was absolutely incredible. You got to see the upper moons come together, rich lore, and understand a bit more about the Swordsmith Village's hidden secrets. It was a fantastic pilot episode for this season that made you excited moving forward for Demon Slayer. As we move into episode 2, I wasn't expecting massive flashes of action, massive reveals, or anything like that because it is only the second episode. We are still setting things up, and this episode is mainly about getting to know more about the Mist Hashira himself, understanding his background a bit more, his personality, and diving into his law. We also see Tanjiro connect with some people in the Swordsmith village because we all know what Tanjiro is like as a character. So, him rubbing off his personality and starting to understand a bit more about the world of Demon Slayer and some historical terms as well, we know that the Mist Hashira is going to play a significant role in this season, as the Hashira always does. We had Goku before, then Tengen, and now we have the Mist Hashira. The Love Hashira will also be there. Now we understand that the Mist Hashira is actually a complete descendant of the first breathing form, Sun Breathing, who was Yurichi. This explains why at the same age as Tanjiro, the Mist Hashira is a prodigy and a Hashira, because he has Yurichi's blood running through him. There's a doll modeled after Yurichi himself, and to mimic the movements of the doll, you have to put 6 arms on it. This is an interesting and great concept, as they move so quickly with the speed of sword movement that it would be like fighting 6 arms, one after another. There's a backstory to the training robot that is modeled on Yurichi, about how it was made 300 years ago. Even now, they can't replicate that technology. I love this idea and concept, that this is an ancient sort of training robot, yet so advanced that they can't figure it out. As we see the Mist Hashira finally get the key which was stuck up for the little swordsmith fella, he can now fight the Mist Hashira. Just to try and get respect back towards this little fella, who just doesn't want to give the key out because this robot means so much to him. I love that dynamic there. Then, obviously, we see the Mist Hashira does get it, and now we see him train with it. We see just how good he is, and if you guys have read the manga, you know exactly what this guy's feat is going to be in this arc. This guy is absolutely insane, and to be 14 years of age and to be this good is just absolutely insane. I'm so excited to see what his actual mist breathing form is going to look like on the actual screen because, like you can see in the manga, it looks cool and stuff like that, but when you actually animate it for the screen, it's just... I am so excited, especially after the Rengoku fight, after the Tengon fight. This could be absolutely insane, and I'm all there for it. I cannot wait to see that. Now, we also have Tanjiro actually learn more as well about him training and getting stronger as well. So he fights the robot afterward as well after the miss is finished. He breaks the miss's sword like, I've cracked my sword or chipped my sword, so I'm gonna just use this one. See you later. So now, Tanjiro is training, and the little kid, the little swordsmith kid, is training him, not in a way of the technique or anything like that, but just like telling him, you need to be faster, and all this stuff. And I like that. I like the dynamic that he's building up with Tanjiro. We know how nice Tanjiro is, and how he looks out for the little fella. That's what it is, it's just building upon his character. And now, he's learning more and getting stronger and faster. He actually starts to realize he can see the movements beforehand, like when he sees the thread, he can do that now. So, we start to see him get stronger and he's actually moving quicker and with more precision, which is fantastic. And then, when he actually finally cuts the head off, there's a sword in there. Could this be the Yoroko sword? Well, we're going to have to find out in the next episode. Tanjiro and I are thinking, oh my god, this could be a sword from 300 years ago. So, could this be the new sword Tanjiro takes and puts Rengoku's little hilt on it? Maybe, maybe not.
I guess we're going to find out in the next episode. But look, I didn't expect too much from this episode. It's the second episode, so it's just setting this in motion for next week's episode. I'm expecting more though. I can get away with letting it be this sort of episode because it's episode 2, but episode 3 needs to start kicking things forward for us. I loved the first episode. This episode's a good second episode. It's not the best episode ever, but it's a good groundbreaking, lore-discovering character development episode, giving us those little ins and outs that will make it better as we move forward. I love this idea that when Tanjiro sees the actual robot training bot, he remembers, I've seen that face before. We know now that it's Yuroko, and Yuroko plays a huge part in the actual Demon Slayer lore because he is the first breathing technique with the sun breathing, and he is actually the strongest. You find out later on just how insane Yuroko really is. He's crazy, man. To see that we have a direct descendant from there, and obviously, we know that Tanjiro has a connection to him as well, and we're going to find out more. I'm excited for moving forward. So, this episode was a good episode, not the best, but I liked it. We invite you to share your valuable thoughts and opinions on this episode in the comment section below. Your feedback is greatly appreciated, as it helps us to deliver content that resonates with our audience. Did this episode exceed your expectations, or did it leave something to be desired? We are eager to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for more content. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more exciting episodes in the future. Stay safe, and until next time, take care.